Hello again, another bottle. We're back to California today, and this is a Petite Sirah by our friends at Relic, 2014. Petite Sirah is something we've had together once from Relic, also was their archive line, which is sort of the younger, easier to drink right away. This is their main flagship bottling of Petite Sirah. 2014, they started, I think, making this in 2008, 2009. These are vines planted by Alfred Frediani in Napa. Really one of those names, from the origin of Napa. These were planted by 1939 by him. Dry farmed, organic from the beginning, very rocky soil. So it's really an institution. And Mike has been able to make some wonderful wine with those grapes. So, the 2014, according to Mike, was the yields were higher. It was really a great year, as a lot of people know in Napa, but the yields were higher. There was just the right kind of number of factors that brought in really high quality yield. And so as a result, the Petite Sirah was a little bit less stuffed than usual, a little bit more open, he calls it. As we've discussed, Petite Sirah is this really tough little grape, very concentrated, very dark, very thick skin. And originally it was a cross between Syrah and another grape in France called, I think, Peloursin. And it just happened that they cross-pollinated accidentally in the garden or in a vineyard of a French scientist and, sort of horticulturist, if you want, called Durif, and he found out about it, and the grape ended up being called Durif in France, but in the US it's Petite Sirah, and it never really took off in France. It was planted for a while, but for whatever reason, especially in the Rhone Valley, somehow they just never made really good wine out of it, so it was dropped. In the US, though, it has developed its own cult following, thousands of acres planted in the US and a little bit in Australia and a few in the Middle East. But this is just became something that some of the sort of enterprising vintners really want to try their hand at and make some really good wine with. So this is what we have here. Again, the really, really dark color, very dark. It's got a little bit of that purple because it's of the Syrah sort of family link, but it's much darker than your typical Syrah, sort of inky. Inky is something that's used a lot in that. And very alcoholic, 15% alcohol. It's Napa, it's 2014, it's all of that together. On the nose, you get, there's a little bit of that graphite, the iron, that comes through. So I don't always get it right away, but here it's very present. A lot of the fruit, to me, that's blueberry jam and sort of sweet blackberry, ripe blackberry. And the alcohol sort of seeps through because of the high alcohol. You get it really through the nose, of course. And just to me, Petite Sirah is just fruit, especially when it's young. This is a wine that, according to some people, you could wait another 20 years and last another 20 years. Well, I have some others. We'll have to wait on those, but at the same time, we'd like to enjoy what we have, as we've said before. It's just got that really, the fruit is everywhere. And this is, again, something that might evolve over time. Fruit, alcohol, graphite, as we discussed. Not a lot of pepper on the nose, but we see in the mouth. Very tannic. But more on the sweet side of tannin. So kind of more like a dark chocolate tannin, not sort of, unpleasant, tart sort of tannin. Very tannic. It's going to open up throughout the evening. We're going to have this with dinner. It's sitting here in a decanter. So hopefully we'll get what it needs to evolve. The mouth feels great. It really fills up your mouth. You just enjoy it everywhere within your mouth. And it's just, again, that fruit. To me, it's, Petite Sirah is happy fruit, Every varietal to me has sort of a connotation. This is happy fruit. I mean, I'm almost thinking that my teeth are getting stained. It's just so strong and so present. The finish is great. This is a wine that, you know, I think is just really going to be very interesting tonight with food. It's very good on its own. It's going to be very good with food because of the fullness of it, and it's kind of, it's really has a lot of presence, so nothing's going to sort of kind of overwhelm it. And it's got that finish that stays with you, and the tartness. I mean, some of the pepper is beginning to develop, but I think it's going to take a little while, maybe later tonight. It's just really unique in terms of what people can make with Petite Sirah, and it brings up some pieces, some other wines you've had, other varietals, but it brings it together in its own unique combination. Just terrific thing to really see, and very happy I'm having this with you. Cheers, and see you soon.